What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. Welcome, all my new supporters, and thank you so much for joining us. Now, this video caught my attention. I was scrolling through the tube, and I just happened to see this, man. It really caught my attention, seriously, because I was never thinking about this before. Never seen no videos or clips or nothing pertaining to this. Today, we'll be reacting to the NBA chose profit. Europe chose passion. I mean, that's a standard America for you right there. It's more so about the money rather than the passion. You know, everything has to be set up strategically for entertainment purposes. That way you can make a bag and you can make a profit. Bro, it don't make no sense. Like when you watch the sports out here, it's mad rigged. You put up a parlay, good luck. You place a parlay, good luck. I don't know what to tell you. Don't bet out here, man. Let's jump right into the video. Original video link will be down below in the description. This is interesting. Y'all be playing basketball out there in the UK? Let alone any of the countries out there in Europe. I know you be playing basketball, but like, how big is it? Because, you know, we got other sports that are way more popular. So, like, how popular is basketball in the UK specifically? Let me know. But overall, how big and popular is basketball in Europe? I gotta do some research on this, man. You know, I was a basketball fan. That's just start rigging the thing. Yeah, I was. I fell back from sports for years. I got to watching rugby and cricket and all that. I'm like, snooker and all that, bro. I'm out here watching racing and stuff like that. TT races and all that. Valid. In the basketball arena? They did what? They getting lit like this in a basketball arena? You are allowed to be like that in the arena, bro? I thought this was like an outdoor type of thing, you know? When it come to basketball, I'm thinking of more of like a softer, chill environment, should I say. We're going to put it that way. You know? Which means, you know, because the sport itself is like that, which means I'm assuming the fans are going to be calm, peaceful, relaxed, not out here chanting. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Bro, y'all lit at the games like this? I got to go to a basketball game. Ain't don't get like this in the NBA at all. Now, you see the true passion. Everything is more so like set up strategically in the U.S., everybody got to be safe. You can't bring nothing in with you. What? I'm like, how these people bringing stuff in? You can't bring nothing in with you at all. You got to sit down and be calm, be chill, because this is presented on TV. Let the people on the court entertain, you know? It's so boring, bro. Like, it really is. You know, they got to change that for real. I ain't messing with this. I ain't been in no NBA game. I ain't never been in no NBA game.
That was footage that I recently.
How you get these in here, bro? How you get the flares in there? You're not letting us do this in the US. They so strict. They care about the littlest things, but don't care about the major things.
That was footage that I recently got from some new internet friends. And this is footage of me at a recent NBA game. Spot the difference? The fans...
That's because if you get to jumping up and down, they might arrest you. Yup. They might arrest you. I'm serious. I'm not exaggerating. Like, everybody's sitting down like this is school. Y'all so boring and whack, bro. Yo, like on me, bro. Y'all whack. Man, y'all so corny, bro. I'm not about to spend all this money and I'm not putting on an act. I'm not putting on a show. I'm not having a good time. You got to kick me out. You're going to have to kick me out. I'm too lit in the stands. Yeah. And I ain't even drunk. Come on, bro.
Some new internet friends. And this is footage of me at a recent NBA game.
Straight corny.
Spot the difference?
Straight
The fans
corny.
definitely seem more excitable during the game, I'm guessing. But okay, let's just talk about that.
They are off the chain, right?
That contrast got me wondering, Why does basketball, and perhaps every sporting event, look so much more fun in Europe?
Man, it's just the people, bro.
To find out, I compared team
It's just more official people. I gotta
histories
put it that
in
way.
a lot of sports on both sides of the Atlantic, talked with journalists, scholars, and former players, attended a couple games myself, and looked into the very origins of sports as businesses. And I think I found the answer.
I break the ice. I'm one of those type of people. I'm gonna be me no matter what, wherever I go, forever. I do not care. I do not care. You know what I'm saying? I vibrate my phone a little bit. I just don't care. You know, I'm gonna break the ice. And I want people to join me, you know, when I'm acting a fool, not judge me, because I'm one of those people, I really don't care. I'm gonna be me no matter what. You gonna like me because of me or not? Like, I'm out there putting on an act, man. You know, for my team and everything. It's all about supporting. You really do this type of stuff in the US, it's like, they're gonna kick you out. You're gonna get banned. You're gonna go to jail. They will definitely
Sports as businesses.
Maybe
And I
fine you,
think I
charge
found
you.
the answer.
If it's the weekend, you probably gotta see the judge. Like, all type of BS for no
Full disclosure,
reason.
I played one season of rec basketball at the YMCA when I was 9 or so, and I haven't really engaged with the sport at all since. Until the last 2 months, when I've been truly inundated with research and a little practice myself. So the first thing I wanted to do was to show this footage to some of my Dynamo colleagues, a few of whom actually follow professional basketball, to see if they had any theories about what's going on. This is a closed basketball arena.
Bro, it's closed basketball arena. Look at this. Crazy.
Oh, here's
How are you allowed to have these type of flare things in there? You know what I'm saying? That's why this is really blowing my mind. You bring certain things like that, they might, I'm telling you, they're going to put you in handcuffs because there are so many reasons. Guess one of the reasons. I feel like I don't even got to say it. If I'm trying to bring something that's like a flare type or look like a stick of dynamite or something, what you think they're going to think I'm doing? All right, you know.
Oh, here's a good one.
Whoa! Handheld fireworks in the middle of a crowd? That's nuts.
Yeah. We'll get
Handheld
more into the
fireworks,
economics
middle
of
of
the
the crowd.
EuroLeague and the NBA a little bit later.
Handheld fireworks.
But first, I had to ask, what stops NBA games from having this amount of verve?
I don't know. It must be soft or something. It must be something with the people like Shaman, bro. Like, real talk. That's why I be saying they gotta just be soft, bro. I don't know. Oh, I don't want the firecracker next to me. I'm gonna sit somewhere else then. You know, like I don't know. These people scary for real, and I can't stand scary people. I can't stand scary people. They don't like it all loud. They don't like people. You know, the only time they want to see you hype like that when it's a Super Bowl or something. Pissing me off, bro. Like when we used to get too hype at the pep rallies and stuff at school, they used to talk about some shh. Oh my gosh. I think it's just it's the country.
NBA games from having this amount of verve.
Soft.
To find out, I hopped a train to New York to attend my first ever NBA game.
New York. Now that's the perfect place to go. Now the people in the stadium in New York, oh, you might get some rowdy people. I know my New Yorkers are they real loud and rowdy. You might get some out of towners, but you in the stadium, you know, you in the heart, you in Madison Square Garden right now, baby. It's nothing but energy up in that stadium. I promise you, nothing but energy in the stadium right now. That's only because you in New York. I promise you, I'm vouching for New York. I'm vouching for New York.
The teams are warming up before the game, and when the Knicks came out, they got kind of a lukewarm clapping.
How's the energy so far?
It's because it's the Knicks.
It's much better than it was earlier. I don't know if this is a thing that they do in Europe, but we're being assaulted with T-shirts. It's called the T-shirt toss.
Assaulted with T-shirts. If you really think about it, ain't that true? Because you ain't get everybody's permission.
But this is the most verve we've seen is for the free merch.
I say this with no...
Hey. He the only person
Merch.
standing. Look.
I say this with no, judgment towards either experience. This I'm just relaying what I saw.
But I think after seeing that and after seeing what happens at a EuroLeague game, specifically a derby like Partizan versus Red Star, they're just fundamentally different fan experiences, even though they revolve around the same sport.
Why?
Wait, don't tell me she left the game early. You think she left the game early? You think I got enough of it? Look, that's enough. That's enough for the clip. You know, this enough? Oh yeah, let's go. Like, I bet you she stayed the whole time when she watched that basketball game in Europe. We don't even know. We will never know if she finished watching that Knicks game. I mean, I'm gonna assume, but it would have been packed leaving there, right? She had to leave early and just record. Like, all right, let me get out of here. We ain't missing nothing. Like, if it's like playoff season, it's a better chance. But throughout the regular season, no. So how is it in Europe? Throughout the regular season, you telling me it's cranking just like that? Or it got to be like a tournament. Not a tournament, should I say. More of like a championship. You know? Teams are going at it for rings or, you know, trophies and stuff like that. Please let me know. Bro, I hope it's rowdy all the time. That just goes to show that this is definite proof that it's just the fans. The fans are more diehard. You know, they take it more seriously out there in Europe when it comes to all sports. And I really do rock with that for real. Because it's like you could really relate with a lot of people more than you think. Even the women probably. What? It's probably like these women in other countries might look at American women like they are crazy. You don't know about sports? You don't watch sports? Nothing? Like, you know? Now, I'm not disregarding all American women, you know? Because some do watch sports, but it's just not as big out here, you know? And you really find more of the men loving it or being more rowdy about it, you know, being more in their feelings about it. Not really the women. It really depends. You do run into those couples and those families that's not playing with you. They will beat you down if you say something about their team, you know? But like, what the diehard fans at for real? Like, I seen a few clips in Europe. They always prove themselves. Like, it seems like every other country proves themselves. You guys just got better fans. Like, what is it? What is the problem? Why is it like this? What is the problem?
Happens at a EuroLeague game, specifically a derby like Partizan versus Red Star, they're just fundamentally different fan experiences, even though they revolve around the same sport.
Why this massive difference? It's a complicated answer that took me down several rabbit holes of cultural and political histories in both the US and Europe. But this show is called Business Explains the World. So in the end, I chose to focus on economic and business reasons. Well, I think I've narrowed it down to 4 factors, the last of which is, in my opinion, the most important. So let's breeze through these other 3 pretty quickly. Well, so first reason is the TV, the commercial breaks. I was surprised that the TV breaks happened as often as they did and lasted for as long as they did. I was like, this really takes the wind out of any like energy I might have. The second is the arenas themselves. American arenas just seem to be like a lot fancier. They have a lot more like luxurious options, and you can kind of like sit in your air-conditioned box with your personal chef and just watch the game as if it's a show. The third is relegations. There's like the top league, secondary league, average league, and then what we're calling the like shit league at the very bottom. Oh, here it is. Yeah, we have the shit league, just okay league. This is where I would be if I were ever on any sports team, and I would get relegated down to the shit league. So TV timeouts, arenas, and relegation. I think those 3 reasons go pretty far in explaining this massive fan difference. But I didn't think they were entirely sufficient. So let's talk business. The NBA's predecessor came to be when basically a bunch of owners and promoters of ice hockey arenas looked around their empty arenas on non-game nights and thought, surely there's a way to make money here.
Yup. Yup.
They formed the Basketball Association of America in 1946, absorbed a rival league in 1949 to make the NBA, and are now the second most profitable sports league in the world. Behind, of course, American football. It's the owners who decide when new teams should join and where they should play based on market potential in different cities. The NBA was always going to develop this way. It was just following a profit-motivated blueprint set by Major League Baseball decades prior. A business. See?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now, compare that to the origins of Serbian basketball teams, or really any European team and league. When they developed, they followed the blueprint set by English soccer. And that blueprint was distinctly not for profit. Instead of being created by wealthy owners, teams formed out of community organized and run sports clubs. And the point was not to make money. It was more about community involvement and health and fun. And they often relied on membership dues or government funds to stay afloat.
Okay.
Intercity.
Hey, did these sports programs and stuff, did they keep a lot of people out of, trouble as well? More so like having fun entertainment, but did it also keep people out of trouble? Like, these players are very skillful and talented, but who would have ever knew if they didn't put their all into it, Put their time into this rather than something else that was negative? Or am I just overthinking, I like to think of all possibilities. This possibly saved a lot of people, It goes down in every country. Every country got something going on,
They often relied on membership dues or government funds to stay afloat. Intercity rivalries often reflect long-standing economic or political beefs. Fans crowded into stadiums that often had far fewer seats than people who wanted to attend, and teams rarely moved cities. So whatever traditions, chants, songs were created back in the early days have largely stuck around.
Today, despite the fact the club might be owned by somebody in a different country, they're still seen or regarded as a reflection or a representation of the city or the town itself.
American sports commercialized and professionalized earlier and much more thoroughly than European sports. And there, I submit to the comment section, lies the difference. These different origins affect today beyond just fan behavior. NBA teams are, on average, worth about $4 billion. And revenues from individual seasons range from $250 million on the low end to $760 million at the top. EuroLeague teams are much more tight-lipped about their finances, but the overall league revenue in 2022 was estimated to be about $650 million US dollars. That is more than $100 million less than the top-performing NBA team.
Oh, wait. If you don't make the NBA in the US and you don't want to go D3 or none of that, wait, excuse me. Say you didn't make D1, D2, or D3, you didn't make the NBA, could you possibly go to Europe, play overseas, and make a living that way and just make less? But you might have, a chance. Like, okay, so what if you did go to a D1, D2, or D3? That was a tongue twister, college. You just didn't make the draft for the NBA. You could actually go play overseas in Europe, right? And basically make less money, but still play basketball. Can't you work your way up, possibly? Back to the, I don't know, you might just play overseas for the rest of your life, right? I don't know how that goes. Please let me know.
That is more than $100 million less than the top-performing NBA team. Revenue from tickets, merch, and especially media broadcasting are huge cash cows for the NBA. But similar activities in the EuroLeague are rarely enough to cover a team's expenses, let alone turn a profit. We've come really far, but I still wondered. We're all human. We all have that primordial part of our brain that we could tap into to summon rabid fandom for our chosen teams. It's been part of our history literally the world over forever. So I did a little more digging, and I think we're comparing the wrong leagues.
See, I'm on my way right now to an NCAA basketball game.
And that's what I was about to say. Bro, this is a good video. I don't curse. I was just about to drop it. This is a great video. That's what I'm saying. I was going to make a comment and be like, at least go to like a college game or something. Go to like a D1 game. I promise you, it's going to be more entertaining. The people are going to be more uplifted. They're going to be more into it. It's college students, people that are into this. Because not too many people like that aren't focused on college players. They're just focused on the NBA. Not too many people really watch college like that. If you ask the average person, do you watch college basketball? They'd be like, no. They're more likely to say yes to the NBA, They might not even know any college players. You know what I'm saying? But it really is entertaining when you watch those college players play. In my opinion, the D1 players, they put on a more entertaining show than the NBA players. Because once you got a contract and everything in the NBA, they expect you to play a certain way. You got to follow the book. You can't really freestyle and do what you want and show your true skill. You just look whack. You're just literally playing by the book so you can win. They doing something different in college. They throwing alley-oops and everything. They cross you up, all ISO plays and everything. It's a little more entertaining. You get to show out a little bit more. I was just about to make that comment, but man, she got to go to like a double A. exactly what you doing, bro. If I could like the video again, I would.
Wrong leagues. See, I'm on my way right now to an NCAA basketball game.
Valid.
And according to my tickets, UConn is
NCAA,
the basketball capital of the world. Don't know if I believe that, but, see for yourself. I came across some research by a Dutch professor, and it kind of confirmed a growing suspicion that I had. That the European sports club system is a lot more similar to American college and university sports than it is professional sports.
Okay.
They have long histories in specific communities, potentially with fierce rivals just a town or state over. They're much more accessible, both for fans and players, than the professional leagues.
Ooh.
I mean, these tickets cost me $25 each.
Yeah,
They're
it's
more
pretty
likely
affordable.
to have home and away sections in stadiums and arenas. And a lot of them have their own raucous tradition.
Bro, Virginia Tech. I could name Villanova, bro. I could go down the list. Cincinnati. You want me to keep going? Bro, I had a friend that played for Cincinnati D1, bro. Them college games is lit. I'm telling you, they way more entertaining. Fast paced as well. You think the NBA is fast paced? Watch a college game. They're not playing with you, bro. Up and down the court. They conditioned for real. Up and down the court, bro. Straight entertainment. Bro, that's why we talk about the high school games used to be lit. Like when you watch the seniors play, and then when they go to college, those games is lit. You go to NBA around playoff time, or maybe around that time is where they really get the
In stadiums and arenas. And a lot of them have their own raucous traditions.
I like this video. Utah State.
And most importantly, if you rewind to the origins of the American collegiate system and the European club system, you end up at the same place. Basically, in the mid-1800s in both the US and Europe, students were spending a lot of their free time playing sports. Universities on both continents first denounced this as a violent distraction from what you're there to do, study. So they tried to squash it. But of course, the kids didn't stop.
This is where the divergence happens. European universities basically said, fine, keep playing your sports, just keep us out of it. So students either formed new sports clubs or joined existing sports clubs that were entirely independent of their schools. American universities, meanwhile, said, fine, keep playing your games, but we are going to get a lot more involved. Thus, today's flourishing.
And you're still going to be on your academics. That's exactly what they said. You're not just going to play sports, man. We don't care if you want to be an NBA player. You need to go to college now, you have to. The last person was MJ. You need to go to college, and or was it LeBron? I think no. Excuse me. Ball knowledge. It was LeBron. He was the last exceptional person. I think that actually was given that opportunity for real. But you have to now. Academics over everything. Academics over everything. Especially now. You never know. Backup plan, this and that. Me, do I believe in backup plans? No. I'm keeping 100. If you got one true destined, you better put your marbles in and you better go all in. You better go all in. Chase your dreams, everyone. You will succeed.
Keep playing your games, but we are going to get a lot more involved. Thus, today's flourishing collegiate athletic landscape began, and also why I'm about to attend my second ever basketball game to really try to see if the fan experience differs at all from the NBA game. I'm already getting the buzz of excitement from just being here. I can't even record in here. It's going to be too loud the whole time.
I watched Bronny play one time.
You definitely won't be able to
Pennsylvania.
bring flares in or throw beer cans at the players. And there weren't any major fight songs or group jumping as far as I saw. But the energy was definitely better than at the NBA game.
Okay, good. You gotta watch one of them big teams, them big rivals, when it comes to the college games. I bet you gonna see it. It's lit. It's real lit. Dance battles, fights, by cheering, screaming, hollering, hoo-ah, chants and everything, going at it. I promise you will see that. I'm not gonna knock that all the time in the U.S. When it comes to the college games,
My neighborhood basketball court to strip the game down to its core. No worries about profits or flares in the stands, just pure love of the game. Yeah! Oh, so close. I think the biggest takeaway is this. While both NBA teams and EuroLeague teams are businesses in the sense that they have merchandise, revenues, customers, etc., their very different origins and modern priorities make for super different modern-day struggles. Every business chooses which stakeholders to prioritize. For the EuroLeague and the clubs that form it, that's generally the fans and society more widely.
Okay.
The outcome? It overflows with fan passion, but lacks profit.
Yeah.
The NBA has the opposite problem. By perhaps prioritizing profits a little too much, they risk losing longtime fans, as evidenced by declining TV ratings and a growing...
So if you losing longtime fans, how you gonna keep the high profits?
risk losing longtime fans, as evidenced by declining TV ratings and a growing seeming disillusionment among fans.
Lost me years
For
ago.
long-term success in any business, not just basketball, balancing those two factors is key. Do you want to be a McDonald's with absolute market saturation and juggernaut profits, or an In-N-Out with much smaller profits but a loyal, dare I say, cult-like following?
And you will survive and last longer, will you not? Having that loyal, that smaller loyal, support base. They may come like 2 times a week, twice to 4 times out the month, stuff like that. Yeah, those the people you love, not the people like me that's finna watch an NBA game once every 10 years. Bro, it's to the point I ain't watched, bro. I'm 22 years old. The last time I watched a basketball game was in 5th grade. I was watching the playoffs with my dad. That's when the Warriors was going crazy. And like, I used to watch Miami with him, the Warriors, the Cavs. After that, it just fell off. I got heavy. Well, I got heavy into boxing. And I got heavy into MMA, bro. And that caught my heart, So maybe that's just me. Like, fighting sports, it catches my heart, You could pretty much get me to stop anywhere. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you got that thing up on the TV. Wait, let me see real quick. For real. But I ain't watched this in a minute, man. You want them loyal people that's going to come. That's how you keep it consistent. It's not all about all that money being big and big. Because where you going to get that money from eventually? If you ain't got nobody watching, you going to have... This is how it's been. You're going to have empty stands. And you're going to have to put a bunch of strobe lights and different color lights to make it seem like it's popping, right? Dim the lights down and everything. They be doing this. They be doing it for a lot of games, a lot of events. If, it doesn't sell out like that. Or maybe people choose to watch at home or, It's just not what it's supposed to be anymore, man. And what it used to be. Only when it's playoffs.
With absolute market saturation and juggernaut profits, or an In-N-Out with much smaller profits but a loyal, dare I say, cult-like following. For the NBA, an opportunity to reevaluate how they do things is on the horizon. They're planning an imminent expansion into Europe. So maybe now they'll be able to both capture some of that sweet, sweet fan passion and turn a serious profit.
Let me see you. Come on, hit that one more time.
Oh,
it was close.
imagine if I'd made it, though.
If it hit the rim, it's a good shot, though.
Would have been so...
If it hit the rim, it's a good shot. If it hit backboard, it's a good shot. Like where the square, it's a good shot.
Cool.
What? Business explains the world? Fabulous video. Original video link will be down below in the description. Everyone, please share your honest thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I really did enjoy this video right here. Reacting to the NBA chose profit. Europe chose passion. Can't we just say America chose profit? Europe chose passion? Seriously, because at this point, everything is about profit in the U.S. And it's so hot in here, bro. It's 98 degrees. It's 98 degrees, bro. And that don't make no sense at all. I'm hot. I've been sweating throughout the video. My forehead be getting moist. All right, that's besides the point. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Turn all post notifications on. Follow my Twitch and subscribe to all my other YouTube channels in the description down below. Flood my comment section with more videos for us to react to on the daily basis. And let me know in the comments, my people coming from the UK, or if you come from another country within Europe, I specifically said the UK because I'm posting this on my UK channel. That's the only reason I said that. You know, I'm not leaving nobody out. I'm specifically posting this on the UK channel. So my UK, my Brits. How do you feel about basketball? You know, all my other people coming from the countries within Europe, how do you feel about basketball? My Americans, how do you feel about basketball? And let me know, please. And what are some of the differences you noticed? Especially if you've had the opportunity to travel abroad and witness both sports firsthand, you know, face to face, in person. Share it, please, in the comments down below for the whole world to see. I love you all. Stay safe. And I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. I'm sorry, 30 minutes. This is one of them ones, though. I told you I was scrolling and this caught my eye. This was great. Stay safe, everyone.